What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Wealth Wednesday. And you probably looking like Kim's face has changed. Well, it has just temporarily. Tonight we have filling in for Kim. We have Calvin Allen, better known as Credit Cal. Millionaire Cal. So, Cal, go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it for sure. Mimi, the motivator. You most definitely are the motivator of the motivator. My name is Calvin Allen. I am 36 years old. I'm a real estate mogul, father of three, an excellent father of three for sure, man. I mean, my kids are my pride and joy. I got rental car services. I'm a consultant. I'm for real, man. I'm a hustler. You hear me? To sum it all up, I'm a legitimate, motivated hustler who's then got into a position to where want to help the people out because he really made it. So that's a little bit about me. And hopefully later on down the line we can get a little bit more about what's going on with Cal.
That's right. That's right. Well, I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, host of the Get High on Motivation Show. I am also the CEO of the Feel Rich Group. We provide alternative approach to personal and professional development. We provide coaching services. We provide group coaching. And most recently, we have added to our list of services for our people building personal and business credit. So we had to bring the boss of business credit on the line. I have heard some rumors. I'm going to call them rumors, and I'm going to let Calvin let us know whether or not these rumors are true. But I have heard that you are truly a hustler. You own ATM machines, vending machines. You do the credit stuff. You're renting out cars. You got properties. I mean, I'm not really sure what you do. I feel like I need to ask you what you don't do instead of what you do. But the other thing that I've heard is that you have been able to build up $1.2 million in business credit in about a year's time. Is that true?
Yeah. It's actually less than years. I think I've been with Nove Business Credit maybe a year coming up, if that.
Maybe y'all heard that, maybe a year. That's
Yeah,
the first half
maybe
of
a
this
year.
program. So let me ask you, what were you doing as far as like with funding and whatnot before you got involved in this business credit program?
Well, as far as funding, I was just doing everything in my personal name. A lot of times I would do like not too much hard money, but private money. So I have lenders that based off of the numbers that I give them, they just be able to lend to me. With the investments that I had. But also I learned how to use other people's money just by wholesaling, get into the real estate game, understanding that I only had a couple dollars to where I could use, but I'm like, man, I need my money. I mean, I didn't know what I know now. You got two type of money problems: enough money and one not believing that there's enough money. And at first, I didn't know it was enough money, so I'm like, man, I need to save my money. You know what I mean? So, but in that time, I started to understand that the reason why I was saving my money is because I learned how to use other people's money. So I really got into the lending part of it, just using other people's money, and then that's how that when I jumped into the business aspect of getting the business credit, it just typically helped me out. Just scale my business, and I had to just think differently. You know what I mean? That was it. And just wait on time. With business, they just want your time. That's it.
Right. That's right. You just said something very key, is that you had to think differently. So what changed? What changed in your thinking?
That's a great question, Mimi. For real, the separation of business credit and personal credit, that I think that was a major key, right? Because I mean, the money wasn't a problem. Like, I know how to make money. I know how to lose money. I think like one of my and I hate even saying this, but if I had to say it, one of my biggest fears would probably be going backwards, than losing money. Like, I don't care about losing money. I never want to go backwards. You know what I mean? Like, I never wanted to go backwards. So, um, I feel like my personal, right, dealing with my personal credit, I was going backward every time, Amy, because as I'm buying these properties and not even vending machines, I'm sorry, but properties and cars, my personal credit getting hit. So I could never go above, a certain level because I'm always buying, real estate property. So I'm like, man, like something got to change. So the separation, understanding the difference between personal and business, and there is literally a separation, and knowing the difference between them, that was what one of the main factors in changing my mind is business and personal is personal. You don't mix them at all. And once I got into that and understood that there was business credit available, look, God has shown me so many ways. Like it's amazing.
Yes, yes. You got me amazed, and I know you got plenty of people amazed with what you've been able to do. And what it sounds like is that it was a shift in thinking, and then it was followed by a shift in acting, taking that action to
Yeah.
go ahead and start building that business credit. So let me ask you, since you had when you started building the business credit, what changed? What was the biggest change that you saw in your business, or even maybe how you approached business?
Um, what changed was for real my vocabulary, right? Because now I understood like not only did I educate myself, but I understood like how wealthy, like for instance, Walmart, right? Walmart use like Walmart is just the middleman. So we talking business, right? Walmart has like they are a business. Even I could go to McDonald's, but something that I know and I have seen face to face. Walmart, right? Walmart. Hold on one moment, mama. Walmart is a great example because Walmart use literally you could Google this. They use 80% of business credit to stay above. You know what I mean? To stay in business. So as I would go on Walmart, right, and then once I got into the business line of credit and I started dealing with these vendors, just knowing that I'm getting the same supply Walmart is getting them, but I'm getting them at a lower price, right? I mean, we talk about the same people Walmart buys their product from. I'm going direct to them. So knowing that I can go to Walmart and pay $11 for some pound salt, the big one, I'm going to these vendors and I'm paying $3.28. You know
Yes,
what I mean? Like direct. So I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Only thing is time, right? So I can go to Walmart and go pick that up in the next 5-10 minutes. But with the business credit, I gotta probably wait, a week or two before I get my product. But with the business credit, you start obtaining credit. So knowing how to play the game and knowing how these major businesses is playing the game, that's what changed my mind and changed my thinking because the vocabulary of the leverage that they was able to use. Like I said, they use 80%, Mimi. If you go in the store, you gotta think people when they go in the store and buy Walmart, what are they using? They either using cash or their debit card.
right.
They not using so cash and debit card. You're paying on the 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days that Walmart has to pay. So what I'm saying is Walmart has good business credit too. They use the same business people I'm using. So what happened is you're paying all your product. You're paying Walmart's debt and Walmart when you're going in there and you're paying. You're paying with cash and debit cards. And I'm like, yo, this is dope because they got 45 to 90 days to pay this stuff off too. And we're going to pay for it within 2 to 3 days. They debt is being paid off quickly.
That is like that's nuts. That's nuts because you
Nuts.
said I'm paying Walmart's debt off and I'm
Yeah,
paying
yeah,
Walmart, which means
yep, yep. And you going in debt. You going in debt while you doing it.
right. That's crazy. It's absolutely
That's crazy.
crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So
Hold on.
he's doing dad things. He said he's a
Right.
fantastic dad. You know.
Fantastic. Y'all heard me say that, so I'm never gonna lie to y'all. Outside of everything else, my kids was the reason why I came to fruition of really want to own a business because I was the ownership of being a father. And you know what I mean? And to me, being a father showed me how to own a business. So I treat my business like my babies, like I don't start this thing off super fast and try to feed it,
Come on.
meat. Like I had to, my business got to walk got to crawl first, and
Yes.
then walk and then fly. Like I take time. Like that's one thing with me. I don't want to move the fastest. I just want to move the correctest. You know what I mean? Like I want to move correctly. So
With you.
I'm yep, I'm good with time. Listen to me. I'm good with time. I'm cool with it.
Longevity, what I know is that when people build a business fast, it typically falls fast. But when
Yeah.
you sit there and take the time to lay it brick by brick, then you have a sustainable building, a
Mhm.
sustainable whatever it is that's gonna stay. It's gonna stay solid. We gotta build. We gotta build.
Because you knew the time that it took to put into it. I believe you knew the time that it took to put into it. So you measure time and the ability of using time differently from everybody else. You
Mm-hmm.
see, because being a true hustler, all I knew was the streets. Like I'm a real street guy, right?
Yeah.
Or at least like I understood it. So all I had to really do, and if I was to me, the reason why I became so successful in the streets is because I treated the streets like a business, right?
Right.
I treated it like a business. I ain't take it personal, but I understood that if I didn't understand how to play the game right, because the game don't love you, but I understood like you got to play the game right, I was gonna end up doing what? Time, right? That's what we call it, going to jail, doing time.
Right.
So I used to always discipline myself. Like a great quote that one, Mr. McCamery says, he say, "Be disciplined or be disciplined."
Right.
And my thing was I had to understand what was the disciplinary act form of it to say, you know what, man, I need to get up out of these streets, because this ain't for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a big house. I'm gonna end up in a big house. You see what I'm saying? So it's like knowing the transitioning. I wanted to do this when I was a young kid, and my kids was the reason why. I used to always tell God, if I make it out of the streets and I had kids, I'm gonna make sure I give them something that I didn't have. You know what I mean? I want to learn what I wasn't taught, and I knew the things I wasn't taught, and I used to write it down when I was a little kid. Like when I become have enough money into the street world, I was gonna transfer and go to the to the business. But that could play tricks on you, and anything can happen. So I never did it. And then once I had my kids, God gave me a reminder to go ahead and that's why my daughter named Promise, and my business is all in promise, because I went back to the promise that God gave me. You know what I mean? Because I promised Him if I was to have kids, I was gonna go back to it. So I was a man of my word. So now I got my baby girl, and I went full fledged into it. So
Big ups to you, because it's definitely working. That's for sure.
right,
So
it is.
I feel like that's the biggest win in your life is really what you're doing as a father. So outside of
Mhm.
being a father, what would you say has been the biggest win in business, especially like this last year? Because a lot of people try to act like, oh, this last year been so tough. I think it's been the best year ever, personally.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
all
do.
about perspective and perception. But what has
hmm
been one of the biggest wins in business for you?
Um. Oh, well, one of them. Can I give you like two?
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you two. I like options. One of them is not even getting it, not even getting the money, right? Um, I think what's bigger than getting the money is the relationships that I got with it. You know what I mean? The opportunities that I got with it, the information I got because of it. You know what I mean? Um, well, I got the money because of the information. So normally in 6 months, right? In 6 months, they told me in 6 months they was gonna guarantee me at least 50,000. I had 50,000. I think like in 2 months collectively. You know what I mean? From everybody I was dealing with, because I scaled my information differently, and I took it right, and I didn't hesitate. I already knew exactly how to play it. So the win for me for that was getting to getting to. I knew I was gonna get past 50,000, but getting to a point to where I knew I got working capital to go ahead and buy what I wanted to buy. And I think the second one would be for real. Like I did a lot of things, but buying my mama house was something dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm buying her house. I think this year, like I said, it ain't even about the money. Like I done lost a lot of money. I don't care about it. The business is rich. Calvin is still trying to make it, but having my priorities right, me about to close up and buy my mama house here in the next week. I think that was the biggest win of this year, and probably my whole. I say like I'm 36, at least 27 years of my life. You know what I mean? Like I had it planned out. I was gonna move everybody out the hood, Mimi, and I literally moved everybody out the hood.
Definitely deserve a round of applause for that, because that's big. And that's what I try to encourage my audience all the time, is that you got to have a bigger mission or a bigger why than just money. It's got to be something that really draws you, and you have that. You have a big why. You have a strong why. What hurts you. When we discover what our real why is, what really moves and drives us, then that is what I think can lead you to success, and then the success leads you to the money. People
Right.
think that it goes the other way around. You get the money and then you become successful. No, it does not work like that at all. You have to become disciplined. You have to become successful at what it is that you're doing, and then the money follows. And what it sounds like is you have definitely came up with a successful plan that you have been implementing and acting upon. So what would you say is your secret?
Um, I think what you just really knowing how to use other people's money is my secret. Being committed, right? Being committed and having a purpose driven life. Um, I ain't used like because the pain was my secret, right? That was my secret, like because that's something that we all endure. It's a universal thing, right? The pain was my secret because I really like. I didn't start off honestly. Maybe what my first 12 properties that I bought. Right, I didn't use little to none of my money to purchase these properties and to flip them. Right, I didn't use no money. So my secret was being patient and understanding how to leverage other people's money. Right, just being honest and like I said, paying. I didn't have it. I didn't grow up into it. You know what I mean? As far as like the prosperity, I didn't have none of that. So me wanting to do better and me being persistent allowed me to really come up with it. So I think that's what would be my secret, man. It's really the pain. I didn't run from the pain. I endured it.
Well, we definitely appreciate you. So we are running out of time, but I want people to be able to reach out to you if they have some questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
So where should they reach out to you? Where do you want them to connect with you?
You can dial my office number at 719-941-8646. Promise Properties Investments. That's my office number with all my properties. That pretty much is like that got all my. If you want to call me with that office, you can either like whether you want to rent a car or understand credit. You can call that number, or you can follow me on Facebook. And I'm not quite sure exactly. I know it's Credit Cow. You can look up Credit Cow for my credit repair service that I help out. I pretty much like to say I consult. Or that number. Can I give my email address too?
Go ahead and give them what you want to give them.
Okay, so my email address is promise PROMYSEESTATES at gmail.com. Promise Estates at gmail.com. I'm always checking my email like frequently, daily, like a lot. So email me for sure. Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, we got you in there. We got you in there. So reach out to them. If you are interested and want to know more about credit or interested in business credit, like I said, my company now offers that service. So you are more than welcome to reach out to me and we will get you set up so that way you can be in the process like Credit Cow coming up with 1 point some odd $1 million in business credit so he can go out there and flex and do what he wants to do in this business world. He said it's a difference between personal and business and it needs to be separated. I think that was the biggest
Yeah.
takeaway for me tonight. So if you are interested in learning more about this whole business building credit thing, this is what we will be spending the next few weeks breaking down. So Miss Credit Kim and I will get together next week and she will go through the 7 steps, step at a time. We're taking baby steps around here, baby steps to
Right.
success. All right. So we
Good,
appreciate
good,
you,
good.
Calvin, for joining us. We appreciate what you're doing out here in the world, and thank you for the influence and the inspiration that you are for me and everybody watching, listening to this live or on the replay. So thank you again. Last words, Calvin.
You ain't gotta be great to start. You just gotta start to be great. This your boy Neighborhood Cow, and you already know the ground most definitely gonna be respected.
All right.
Tap in with us, please.
Yes. Be happy, be healthy, be you. And we'll be here next week. Peace.
Peace.